Good evening, good morning, and good night. Welcome to Inappropriate Radio. It's your host, Tasha. Let's get into this. So, hi guys. I hope all is well. No periodic table, no alien talk. However, you already know the creator came through with a message. Alright. Let me just say this, okay? So far, since we've started, since December of 2021, I honestly don't think we've repeated a topic yet, okay? I'll say it again. For however long the creator wants me to do this, we're gonna record, okay? There's enough information in the world, in the physical world, in the spiritual world, the in-between, to go over for a plethora of lifetimes, okay? So, trust and believe. We're going to have something to always discuss, learn, pay attention to, focus on, etc., etc. All right? Now, first of all, let me just say this, okay? I did a segment yesterday, and I went over how some of us are kind of needing a little bit more proof, right? Of the importance and the significance, rather, of the year of 2024. Yesterday, I made a statement. Basically, a lot of people who listen, I don't know who this is for, but the creator had informed me that I needed to say this. A lot of people who listen can sometimes be confused if they're not really listening to learn and understand, rather than to just try to prick and pry the segment apart, okay? Everything that we've gone over in reference to this year before yesterday was about the revelation, about this being the year of truth, about the truth being revealed, and how nothing can be hidden anymore, how it's going to be very important for us to pay attention to the things that are being shown to us in the physical as well as in the spiritual realms, simply because this is just what it is, okay? These timelines that we've been living on for the past 60 to 900 years are faded. Even that little time period before slavery started, from what we know, it was kind of still lingering because no one wanted to get a new life. I mean, even people who were in physical and spiritual bondage didn't really have a real way to transition their lives. And this is just what's on record, right? That 400 to 500 year period of slavery, right? Moving forward, if you pay attention to any of the things that are connected to the past, I would say 5 years, you would see improvement. You don't really see anything falling off. If anyone is not doing good or doing better than they were in 2024 from the latter part of 2019, I would like to say the fall, right? The later end of 2019 up till date, then they're going to be either receiving karma, or they've been doing so much dirt that they shouldn't have been doing, that the creator had no choice but to give them some type of reprimand for what they've been doing, okay? This situation that we're experiencing now, with the world evolving, with the world changing, all these different new signs, like I said, everything we discussed up until yesterday, prior to yesterday, was about the truth being revealed, okay? About certain zodiac signs absolutely having no choice but to step into the truth and their power, or they're going to have to pay a really, really hefty price for their deeds, right? So yesterday we talked about some proof, some other physical proof that not only that this year is a year of the revelation, also not only that this year is a year of cycles and spells and hexes and curses being broken and new patterns and portals being opened and developed, but how this is just the year to just be here, right? This is the year where a really important shift happened, okay? And this is just like a time to be alive. Not everyone's gonna get it, okay? And if you don't get it, that's fine. You don't have to, right? A lot of us have a relationship with the Creator, so much so that we don't need to use certain vices to get downloads, to get a closeness with the Creator, like all of that type of stuff. So the gist of this conversation is to kind of just like use your spiritual ears a little more. Try not to pick apart what I'm doing here, please, because God is going to always check me first, and then I check myself second, and then my mom might check me third, if she's around me to put me in my place, right? I don't mind anyone telling me what I'm doing wrong. I don't even mind anyone correcting me in any kind of way. But this podcast is not about attack. This podcast is about building, okay? And with that being said, this year that we're in, 2024, is essential to building, okay? To building. We have to make sure that there are things set in place to assist us, okay, with moving in the direction that the Creator wants us to move, okay? You don't have to really be, in the sense where you're like, okay, I don't like this person, I don't like that person, I'm gonna do this. You don't have to really be involved with anyone or anything to start building, right? Your building could be with God. You could just allow God to lead you to the people, places, things, ideas, thoughts, feelings, emotions, whatever, in order to start your upgrade, okay? And we had a discussion about using the areas where God has shown himself in your life to market them, right? We've had the discussion of making your gifts marketable. If God said that you could sing and he wants you to sing, you need to start finding a way to market your singing gift. If God said that he wants you to be a writer and he wants you to do a screenplay, he wants you to be a photographer, he wants you to be a doctor, whatever it is that God has called over your life is the thing you need to build on, okay? The other day, maybe about a week or so ago, we talked about making it marketable and, just making the right connections with the right people at the right time. There are going to be people who are going to try to sabotage what it is that you have going on. You cannot allow that to happen. And because you have been upgraded in the spirit, because the Creator has been so close to you with instructions and yeses and nos, that at this point he is going to go back silent. There was a period where God was just really silent and he wasn't saying much of anything, and he just kind of observed to see how we would respond to things. And a lot of the stuff that we experience, he allowed it so we can get our spiritual feet wet, okay? We're in the big leagues now. So all of the hoopla and the hoopra, you have to ignore it, because the penalties, and we talked about this, right? The penalties of the chosen, of the select few, they come right around. Your karma, your ASS whooping, if you will, comes back a little bit quicker and more harsh, because you know better, right? And it's just that simple. None of us know what's gonna happen. No matter how gifted we are, no matter how psychic we are, there are gonna be things that the Creator just doesn't reveal, simply because he doesn't have to. If it's not in the will of God for you to know certain things, you're not gonna know. It's really that simple. All right. Again, no one owes us anything, especially God. The gift of life is a lot. It is a strenuous task to try to walk, or not even try to walk with God. Okay, it's one of those things where you might get attacked because of your desire, because of your choice to walk with God. So you have to be willing for things to kind of like just come out of nowhere at any time, all the time, because of your decision to walk the straight and narrow. And it's nothing wrong with that. You are protected. You don't have much of anything to worry about. I would be more afraid of what God is going to do to me if I'm disobedient over, what some crazy evil witch is going to do because, I'm not bending to their will. So, the choice is yours. You can decide whatever may be more detrimental or more harmful to your growth. You have to decide what would bring you peace. I can't say what would be good for you and what would not be good for you. That's not for me to decide. You have to tap in with the Creator and make sure that you are tuned in to the right voice. You have to make sure that you are adhering to the right instructions, right? Other than that, I would say that we're moving forward. We're about to be, for the most part, most people who are on their spiritual journey, on their spiritual walk, they already started walking a certain way. Okay, they've already been doing what they need to do to build. They're already in motion. So if you haven't already started, then you're about to. Don't put a lot of pressure on yourself. God has a clock for everything. Nothing just happens because God is just idle, like hanging around with his feet up, watching a game, drinking a beer. Like, no. God is making things happen, and you have to be willing to wait. You have to be willing to respect the laws of the universe. You have to, take into account your bloodline, your karma, your birth chart. All of those things are associated with a clock, okay? And you don't have to be mad at anyone about what is and what isn't going the way you expect it, because most of the times when we think something is going to be one way, when it goes a different way, it's usually better than what we had anticipated. So the gist of this conversation was just to kind of like check people who's been coming here trying to like pick apart what the hell I'm doing and just trying to like, I don't know what the hell you're doing, but just keep that shit over there. We are moving forward in a very nice direction. We're moving in a way that is obvious, that is the Creator, and we don't have to explain anything to man. If someone of God has taken the time out to explain anything to you, they're just being nice. No one has to explain anything. We're doing what we're told to do by the Creator, and it's that simple. No one owes you an explanation, but you got it because you have to know what it is that's really going on out here. Open your ears. But I'm going to end it here. I do love y'all. I hope all is well. I hope y'all have been enjoying your weekend. I hope you are drinking your water eating your fruit and vegetables, and sipping on your own tea because it's most definitely free. All right, love y'all. Peace.